sports of the National Football League. Welcome you to Acrisure Stadium here in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Pittsburgh Steelers. On the visitor's sideline is Seahawks head coach Mike McDonald. His team making the long flight. Always difficult to play the 1 o'clock Eastern game when a West Coast team feels like it's 10 a.m. on their body clock. On the other sideline, the Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin. His team also winners in their opener, so a couple of 1-0 teams doing battle here. Miller now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Well, here come the Steelers, and that's the sight that looks odd, but people were looking to see after keeping us waiting all spring. Year 21 in the league for Aaron Rodgers, his first as the Steelers quarterback.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. And it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically. They got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
26. The master of play action, Rodgers. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity. But with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete. Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And he's going to take it all the way. Electric moment on the return for touchdown. You couldn't script a better start. The defense takes care of business to begin the game, and the special teams, Greg, put up the first points in this one.
Yeah, typically coming into a game, Mike, the coach's concern is, all right, how do I get my defense and my offense to complement one another? Well, in this case, the defense comes out and does their job early with the 3-and-out, but it was the special teams that said, all right, offense, you guys can wait your turn. We're going to put up some points here early, and you talk about just a perfect start to this game.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. The kick is good. And the Seahawks are very quickly out to a 7-0 lead. Is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Johnson now to return. Now an opening past the 30. And it will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. Steelers offense ready to take over once again. So, Greg, the home opener after winning on the road, I know you've said it a bunch, there's a different satisfaction for a team to go on the road and get a win. So it's got to feel good to start your home season 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, everyone loves to play week 1 at home. Your fans are into it. Hope and the optimism of the season is at an all-time high. But it doesn't always go that way. So they go on the road and they get a win. So now expectations coming back to your home field, your home crowd. Now everyone's really juiced up. So this is going to be a great environment, a great week 2 opportunity for them to not only start 2-0, but to get to 1-0 at home.
319! Get 300! Get 300!
In the shotgun, it's Aaron. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there.
Automatic 1st down.
The defense still arguing about that pass interference call, but their focus needs to be a stop. They face 1st and goal. Warren.
I give that defense all the credit in the world there, Mike. And offensively, you find yourself 1st and goal from the 1. You have to find a way to get that last yard and put the ball in the end zone. There's no excuses to miss a touchdown.
And he won't quite get his. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts to talk things over before 3rd down. Play fake. It's Rodgers. That's going to be broken up in the end zone. Incomplete. There was no space to fit that one in. And now here comes 4th and goal.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd.
They'll try it now with Warren. Good blocking, and he's in. Jalen Warren. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, like it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Cosmo adds the extra point, and the Steelers will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Corey Horton now to return it. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. Seahawks come out, and they are led by a new quarterback, Sam Darnold. From USC, he's bounced around for his first 7 seasons. This is 5th different franchise as he starts year 8 in the NFL, and Greg, it's year 1 with the Seahawks. Now quick, it's Cup on the RPO, and he's going to be shoved out of bounds after a gain of only a couple. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 7. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. 3rd down and 9. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a fourth down decision to make.
Going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Off the play fake, Rodgers. That's caught by the tight end, Darnell Washington. Nice start to the drive, gain of 10, and a quick first down. So, first and 10 here now at the 38. Here's Warren, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
At the 39-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Warren. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to third down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up third and
from the gun. Rodgers. He's got his tight end. That's Freiermuth. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. They get an even 20 on that one. Good for a Steeler first down.
At the 38-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Waller. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. So, from 37, here's 2nd down and 9. Once again, it's Warren. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. That's a Steeler first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. Here's a 2nd and 9. Rodgers. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Good coverage there in the end zone, and is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up third down. Rodgers now. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
Well on for the field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
Oswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field.
And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. So, Greg, this offense comes on the road here in week 2. Look, road games are so hard in the NFL, but it's nice to hit the road coming off a win at home.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, it's amazing how winning creates more winning. It kind of has an ability to kind of build on itself. It's a snowball effect. So when you're winning, you're feeling good, everything works. And all of a sudden, you start losing, and you start questioning everything about your approach. So the key in the NFL is win or lose, you're on to the next game. And it's the team's ability to start fresh every single week, regardless of the previous week's outcome. Those are the teams that find themselves in position of the playoffs down the stretch.
A A gain there of 11. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And they can continue to generate these big explosive runs. I don't think they need to go away from it.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. There's a short one taken in by Barner. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. 10-7 is the score. And we're back to the Steel City after this. Seahawks football beginning this second quarter. They come up now on 3rd down and 4 to go. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down.
First down, Seattle.
Darnold to throw. He's going to keep it himself. And he'll slide to a halt after picking up about 6. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. Darnold. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
I can promise you, Mike, when this play call went into the headset of the quarterback, nobody on the coaching staff thought this play was going to result in a sack. This ball is expected to come out quick, wide receiver screen, and do the rest after the catch. Something was thrown off with the timing, and quarterback had no choice but to eat it and gets taken down for a sack.
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. Outright Smith and Jigba has it. His 2nd catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a first down.
A gain of 15. First down, Seahawks.
We go set.
Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it will wind up being a first down. To throw is Darnold. And he's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line. Patrick Queen. He gets in to drop him for his first sack of the young season.
Feels like they needed that sack. This entire drive, it feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
And that's going to move them closer, but they're going to need to come up with something here. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Darnold. Throwing trouble, and down he goes.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any of it.
On 4th down, the veteran Jason Myers for the Seattle field goal. This a 31-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks will level the score at 10 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
Miller now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. Greg, when you step back and look at this AFC North, Baltimore and Pittsburgh, their rivalry now really for a couple of decades has in so many ways defined this division, and they set the tone for everything that happens when you are in an AFC North game.
Yeah, and you talk about divisions having identities, they have their culture. Really at the top, Baltimore and Pittsburgh kind of want to play a similar style game, strong on defense, great run game. Obviously, Baltimore adds the extra element with Lamar Jackson. To me, the fascinating team, though, is what kind of jump can we expect, Mike, from the Cincinnati Bengals?
I agree with you because if you think about the toughness and physicality, Cincinnati can put up points in an electrifying fashion, and even the 1 year Cleveland was up near the top of the division, they did that as well. But you come back to that defensive side of the ball, and when I look at these teams, Greg, I just think, man, these are defenses that can stop anybody in the league, and that's where you've got to invest in this division.
Yeah, I think that's what's so fascinating about Cincinnati is they're kind of the outlier. They're the pass-heavy, they're the spread attack, they've got unbelievable weapons on the outside, obviously Joe Burrow at quarterback, but it was the defense, and you said it, their inability to be as good on the defensive side of the ball as Baltimore, as Pittsburgh, traditionally, but especially last year, is really what allowed them to be the odd man looking in when they missed the playoffs. So I think if Cincinnati can just improve a little bit on defense, they have the offense to now enter and make it a three-man race in the AFC North.
We'll try and run it here with Warren. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
You can just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll run the sneak. And he's going to have the Steelers first down as they find a way to keep the chains moving on fourth down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Throwing, Rodgers. Here's a screen set up for Warren. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no gain.
Brings up second and 9 at their 49-yard line.
Now they'll try to run the jet sweep. And he'll be hauled down and about the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
2 minutes to play here in what's been an even first half. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. From the 35, it's first and 10. They run with Warren. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll run the tongue with Warren. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Here's the change of pace back. That's Kenneth Gainwell. And the Steelers are going to have a first and goal. Some good running there. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line.
That's another Steelers first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Here's Warren trying to fight his way into the end zone, but they will mark him short. Down at the 1. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. From the 1, second and goal. Trying to punch it in with Smith. And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is third and goal. Rodgers. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but it still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff Going to get a chance to look him over during the break. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Well, Seahawks offense can see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. We'll try to establish some tempo as we start this one with 1st and 10. Now to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their second. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Darnold. That's Bobo. It's complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The threat of making a poor decision and throwing a pick is always in the back of your mind, and while you can't play scared, you do have to play smart. If you can't find an open target, throw the ball away, live for the next down.
Up brings it in left side. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. So, halftime straight ahead. And we go down to Scott Hansen, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. It's our second week in studio, second week of the NFL season. Lots to get to, so let's get after it. Our tour around the NFL starts now in Minneapolis. The Vikings at home to take on the Falcons. And this is Michael Penix. Up next, here we go with the big one of the weekend, the Super Bowl rematch, Eagles and Chiefs from Kansas City. And this is John Mechie. He's so good working down the field, hauls this one in stride. A 55-yard touchdown. The Eagles even up their record at 1-1 as they get the win here. Lastly, we go to Indianapolis. It's the Colts hosting the Denver Broncos. And you know this guy can do this. It's Anthony Richardson. He's going to find some open space, and he is gone. 32 yards on the touchdown run. The Colts are in the win column. They win it in front of the home faithful and move to 1-1. With that, we give you a look at the rest of the early games and games still in progress here in Week 2 of the NFL season. In the game you're watching, it's been tight throughout, a field goal separating these two sides through 2 quarters. As we get you back out to the second half and rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
3 points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. On the return, here comes Horton. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. Greg, you take a peek back and look at the NFC West in totality. You just are reminded of how quick things change. I don't think anybody in the country thought the 49ers would be the last place team in this division last year. Shows you, one, how changeable it is, but also the quality of teams in this division.
Absolutely. And I mean, they were the Super Bowl favorite, at least out of the NFC a year ago, and then to find themselves 6 and 11 at the bottom looking up, it's pretty remarkable. But to your point, like, it just shows health, a little bit of good fortune. The other teams in your division, if they're a little weaker, your path is stronger. There's so many elements. The way the NFL schedule is set up, it's all tied. If you're good, they're trying to bring you back down towards the middle. If you're bad, they're trying to bring you up towards the middle. It's a league of parity. It's a league of ups and downs. And the teams that can break through that and sustain success, we got to give them a lot of credit.
And what I love about this division, Greg, is the different philosophical challenges that defenses see. We know Kyle Shanahan does with the Niners. The Rams and Sean McVay always at the top end of the game. Kenneth Walker, touchdown Seattle. His second rushing touchdown of the year.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Now the point after try from Myers. It's up and through. And the Seahawks make the lead 4. It is 17-13. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense and their running back, Jaylen Warren, set to take over once more. Well, Greg, as the season starts, really the season never ends. Think back to the schedule release, the draft has become this multi-day huge event. Green Bay crushed it with all the folks around the stadium in Lambeau, and some big names will be tied to that draft forever. A couple of the rookies that you've watched that are just sticking out in your mind, interested to see how they fit in the league as this season gets going.
Obviously, so much attention around the quarterback position. Cam Ward goes number 1, and obviously the Shador and all the conversations around that as the draft unfolded. But I think a guy that's going to be fun to watch when you talk about fit, I think you look at Ashton Jeanty. He gets drafted by Vegas. He's now with the Raiders. Pete Carroll. It kind of has the feel of, is he his Marshawn Lynch? Is he the bell cow back under center, Geno Smith, play action, set up that run game, play good defense? This feels like the early path Pete Carroll took when he took over in Seattle and turned them into a Super Bowl champion. So I'm not saying Genty's Marshawn Lynch, but he certainly feels like that's the fit the Raiders were going for when they took him with their first-round pick.
Hey, let me ask you about Travis Hunter. Of course, the Heisman winner, Colorado, great play, both sides of the ball as a receiver and a corner. You know, Greg, it's hard to come in this league and play well on one side of the ball. Is it realistic to think you may see him on both offense and defense?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, and I think to start, you have to say, okay, let's hang our hat on something. And I think when you look at the league, where is it harder to find impactful players? I believe it's harder to find impactful defensive backs. I think it's a harder position. I think the league favors the offense with the rules and the play style. So if I'm Jacksonville, I'm making Travis Hunter a defensive back on day 1, and then I'm going to package my offensive plays around his skill set to take advantage of him as a wide receiver. And then as time goes on, it will eventually unfold where he'll be able to have a role on both sides of the ball more consistently. But if I was in Jacksonville, that's what I would do. But I think it's going to be very interesting to see how fast and how big of a role on both sides they give Hunter early in his rookie year.
Ball is at the 8 for second and goal. Here's a designed run. He's belted in the backfield. What a shot he took. It's going to be a loss of yardage. What a play.
This defense doing a great job here facing this goal-to-go situation, especially on that last play. 2 stops down, and now the pressure really ramps up for this offense as they face 3rd and goal.
And he'll throw this one away. Incomplete. Receivers blanking it everywhere he looked. Gonna bring up a 4th down.
Jason Myers on for the field goal. A 26-yard attempt.
And this is blocked. Now this is scooped up by a member of the offense. But he's not going to be able to advance past the marker. He is stopped short. And the block kick leads to a turnover on down. The Steelers offense ready to get back to work. Now, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going for it on 4th down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at 20. It wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable terms.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime. Each team getting the ball. I'm so happy, Greg, because it just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more. And you hear everyone saying, oh, well, just get a stop. Well, it's that legendary game between Mahomes and Josh Allen where neither team stopped anyone. It was just an offensive touchdown festival. So you won a coin toss and you got the ball. Well, the other team's defense hadn't gotten a stop the whole game. If Josh Allen got the ball first, he probably would have scored on a walk-off. So I love the idea of both teams getting the ball. If the game is good enough to go to overtime, let's finish it. We don't need to be in a rush. There's no curfew. Let's let the guys finish it on the field a lot more similar to how the regular game goes and not have significantly different game flow come overtime.
Rodgers on 1st down. This one complete to Washington. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7. A run out of the gun with Warren. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? In the shotgun, it's A-Rod. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. And it sets up 4th down. Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. Spotted at the 45. This is a 55-yard attempt. This one's not going to get there. From distance, it is no good. And they are not able to draw closer.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. so it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. There to make the stop, the All-Pro T.J. Watt.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard.
Throwing, Darnold. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. The linebacker, Alex Highsmith, in there to bring him down. And that's his first sack of the year. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Here's Darnold. Down the field, but it falls incomplete. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away. They'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. To return is Johnson. The Steelers offense back onto the field for their next possession. Well, Greg, it will be a very busy stretch for the passports. A lot of international games to look forward to. 7-0 outside the U.S. Chiefs and Chargers last week in Sao Paulo. Great ones to follow. Vikings and Steelers in Dublin. Vikings in London playing the Browns the very next week. Broncos and Jets. Rams and Jags will also play in London week 6 and 7. Falcons and the Colts are going to be in Germany in week 10. And then the Commanders and Dolphins wrap up the international slate. That's in Madrid week 11. Greg, this has been such an additive part to the NFL season, all of these international games.
Yeah, I can tell you, Mike, having played one of the international games towards the end of my career in London, when I played for Carolina, it's a great experience. It's fun for the players, it's fun for the coaches, it's fun for the fans and the families. So I expect this slate to continue to expand. There's so many fun international cities around the world that love NFL football.
And from what you hear, there's more to come. We could be at the point someday, very soon, where every team plays one game outside of the U.S. in each regular season. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Fourth quarter begins on the ground. And they'll stretch him out to the sideline, but he'll be taken down for a loss.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
This one grabbed by Austin. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Stafford fires to cut. And that'll be good for a gain of about 4 as he is forced out of bounds.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
On play action, here's Darnold. Looking to the left side, he's got it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
And the Seahawks 1st down.
They'll run the toss with Walker. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this. Fought through that first contact. They'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. That one on the tackle, Abraham Lucas. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. Hit as he throws and is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. Now Darnold. He'll let this go towards the end zone.
I don't think this lead is insurmountable by any means, Mike, but they're going to have to find a way to take advantage of some of these possessions as they try to close this game out.
Pressure's on. Here's the veteran, Jason Myers. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Miller now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Steelers offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Warren. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. From the 31, here is second down and 7. Play fake. It's Rodgers. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. Good for a Steeler first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. Just shy of midfield. Here's second down. From the gun, Rodgers. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now Warren. Good running inside the 25. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
A run with Gainwell. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a first and goal. Good running. Gets them down to about the 4-yard line. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Sure, they're thinking about the decision after the touchdown since they're down 7. But first, they've got to get the TD. It is first down and goal. They run on the jet sweep. Good blocking, and he's in. Dan Skoranek. Touchdown, Steelers. That's his first touchdown of the new year. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Whoa! Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Seahawks offense ready for this next possession. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago. They'll look to retake the lead on this drive. It starts with first down. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, it's first and 10.
First down.
Darnold to throw. That's to the rookie from Miami, Elijah Arroyo. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grass and a first down. Straight ahead, it's Walker. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Once again, it's Walker. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Second and 11.
Brings up second and 11.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. He finds his big tight end, Everett. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Brings up third down.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Steelers think they've got one, and they do.
We hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. Has an opening, past the 40. Inside the 20. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 73 yards. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
On for the extra point is Boswell. He gets it to go, and the Steelers will go up by 7.
Makes the score Steelers 27, Seahawks 20.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. The return starts from the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
Another try, 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set.
They'll drop to throw. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. Late in the game, a big turnover goes back the other way. A back-breaking score.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, Mike, you're just trying to make something happen. You find yourself trailing, less than 2 minutes remain. You're just taking some chances. In this case, the chances backfire, and the other team's able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
Boswell now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Steelers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Seahawks 20.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This one deep in the landing zone. He'll return it from the 2. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Seahawks offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Darnold. That one swung out wide to Walker. Loose inside the 30. And he's out of bounds. Mark him down right at the 10-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. That goes for 58. Darnold now on 1st and 10. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. They'll come up now for 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw again is Darnold. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Timeout Seahawks. That is their 2nd. Talk things over before 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Here's Darnold again. Oh, he feels the pressure and he'll go down back at the 6.
Darnold sacked. A loss of 4 yards. And it's 4th down.
Here we go.
Trailing late. They've got to go here. It's 4th down. Darnold now to throw. And he's going to go down. The pressure too much. And that should wrap this one up as they
got to give credit to the defensive coordinator here. He went into attack mode, had a great blitz plan for this fourth down situation, disrupted the timing of the offense, and the quarterback had nowhere to go. He flushes out of the pocket to keep the play alive, and they're able to chase him down, force the sack, force the turnover on downs.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So this one in the win column for the Steelers. They get the job done here at home, and they follow the opening weekend victory with another here to move to 2-0 on the season. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Steelers, winners, as we say so long from the confluence of the Three Rivers in Pittsburgh.